Okay, 2 notches down on the other setting with the special spot colour and focus, so oh wow. Well, there you go, fellas. Look at the number of wits there, eh? Wouldn't you love wouldn't you love to grow something from seed like that in your greenhouse? It'd take you, well, if we get to a new CP revolution, it may only take you like 3 seasons, and maybe even less, 2 seasons. Yeah. Oh, look at well, there's the verbiage for you. Yeah, I wonder if there is a connection between these sort of things, between these ferns and the coloration and everything else. Oh well. Of course, you do realise, fellas, over in WA, everything's hand size. It starts at hand size. I kept telling people, oh, you're dreaming, and they come back there, I take that 1 or 2 trips in a lifetime, use long service leave or something. They come back and it's like, oh God, why didn't you tell me? I said, well, I was, but I was only a very young teenager at the time, and I kept hanging on for quite a few years and then gave up. But had I gone there 10 or 15 years earlier, I would have been a lot younger and fitter. I could have gone even further, and it would have been even more amazing. And I'm thinking, yes. And I'm thinking, did you notice something? There's something really amazing going on in there. There's a CP revolution just sitting there waiting to happen. Well, hopefully we can pick this up. Pick up all that. I don't think we did it justice last time with my old camera. Okay. Oh well. Oh, I don't know. Looks odd on the screen, fellas. I think we've stuffed up, but I think you got to fail to succeed. I think that's the only way. You got to learn how to kill a capensis before you know how to grow it. I think you can't start the CP revolution accordingly. Anyway, better get back in the car and catch the colour wheel. But now we're 2 notches down the car, so probably going to be a little dark. Okay, and what is the time on QB? 3:11 p.m. in case we want a sunlight check for future seasons or something, time of year and everything. When the sunlight comes out at 3 o'clock, I think we just moved into, I think on the last day of the 4th week of May, or we're at the beginning of the first day of the 5th week of May. Yeah, the last week of May has the odd, half a week, it's like half a week basically. And something's coming. I hope it's not a digger or something. There's something going on over there. Oh, it's bloke with a... Oh wait. Gotta let the old bikers go, because you never know when you might need their help. When you're putting out the thesis and there's a few bastards being, hampering your style or something, maybe they'll go around and sort them out and say, this bloke's worked for 41 years and he's got the answer, look at that. Yes, so you never know. Well, I tried this thing out and put this thing in, and I just couldn't believe the growth, speed, coloration and the size, and it was just like magic. They just grew like bloody steam. Yeah, well, that's where we hopefully will get to fairly soon. But I think we're going to be able to grow a liverwort. Now, I think liverworts are a key indicator plant, Yeah, you may not think so, but I think they are. Liverworts and the relations like hornworts and their associated cyanophyta, and you get into growing lichens and things like that. So, because mainly, have you noticed they always promote the growth of lichens on brick walls? They say, well, get some yogurt and put lashings of yogurt on your brick walls, and you get lovely lichen coverage, you know. And I'm thinking, well, doesn't yogurt contain calcium? And I'm thinking, you know, what's going on, you know, and is this just some basic fundamental truth about CPs and associated plants that either we don't know, or it's something not quite right? But anyway, of how these things actually grow, you know, and there's so-called intolerance of copper and so on and so forth, and they don't like salts and things like that. Is there something fundamentally we're not understanding, or there's something fundamentally not quite right, something a bit skew-whiff? You know, because they talk about the European liverworts and things like that. 50% of the European liverworts apparently grow on nothing but calcium, and the other 50% can or would prefer to don't have to, but would prefer to grow on it. Facultative, I think that's basically the basic definition of facultative. Don't have to, but would prefer it. Am I right there, fellas? I mean, I don't know which dictionary I'm looking this thing up, but I think that's the basic definition of facultative. So half of the European liverworts and liverwort relations are facultative. You know, they don't have to grow on calcium, but the other half, the interesting ones, are obligate. In other words, they cannot grow on anything but limestone. And I'm thinking, and the amount of times I've seen liverworts and liverworts relations growing next to CPs and basic common weeds. I see basic common weeds here that will grow in my CP pots, and I also see those basic common weeds growing in the wild overseas in places like America, and I'm thinking, well, what the heck is going on, fellas? You know, something here, something's a bit skewed, something's a bit amiss. Something's not quite right, and I think that's the reason why everyone has so much trouble with CPs, is because we haven't got something right. We haven't. There's some basic understanding we're missing, and until we tick that box or we get to that deep, meaningful understanding, the CP revolution won't start. It can't start until we get to that fundamental yes moment. If I've got to do this all the time, I have to have this box ticked. If I had that, if that box is not ticked, CPs cannot grow. So it's going to get to that sort of stage that you cannot grow CPs or related plants if you don't have this box ticked, and you've got to have the reasoning or the firm scientific understanding of why that is so. Until you get to that stage, that's the CP revolution cannot start, sort of thing. That's the sort of the logical reasoning I'm coming to. Anyway, that's enough of my gas bag. I think that's first big rant of the season. Maybe that should be the first Kessel-RUN and the first big rant of the season. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, we'll see where we go in the future. It might turn out to be an interesting year this year, especially if I get to growing things in bloody newspaper cellulose. Because you could make the newspaper cellulose yourself, basically, out of egg cartons. So, you know, I mean, that's why I do it. But yeah, so just having a good old gas bag and rant to the world. No. I'm just having a gas bag rant to friends overseas, you know. Okay.